Hey, are you wondering what Apple's changing with the third generation Apple Pencil? Well, today let's delve into that because we have some interesting rumors about squeeze gestures as well as integration with visionOS. It's pretty weird actually that up until now we've had no idea on what to expect with the next generation Apple Pencil. We know there's been one in the works since Apple's refreshing the iPad Pro's accessories alongside its major OLED overhaul, but it's only now we're getting some sort of idea on the upgrades we could see with Apple Pencil 3. So let's first talk about the mysterious squeeze gesture. This was referenced in iOS 17.5 beta, and to no one's surprise, this squeeze could be used for certain actions, but unfortunately there's no specific details on what kind of function it's gonna serve. It doesn't take a genius though to make a guess, so I'm assuming squeezing the pencil is going to offer users a quicker way to add a sticker, for example, or a text box, or a signature, or a shape in image editing apps. I'm hoping Apple in the settings lets you configure this to do basically anything you want, and ultimately gives them freedom to do whatever they want with the gesture, because it's essentially like having another built-in shortcut, similar to the double tap function we have right now to erase something. I do wonder if it's going to be easily triggered, since I can see myself accidentally gripping the pencil too hard when writing with it, but here's hoping there's some sort of haptic feedback. I do remember there were some patents suggesting this, and I know some of you guys might think it's a little ridiculous to add a bloody haptic engine to a pencil, but let's be honest here, Apple's obsessed about giving their users a tingling sensation, and so I can see Apple Pencil 3 gaining haptics. This does kind of remind me of the squeeze function the Pixel used to have to access Google Assistant, and to be honest, I would love something like that on the iPhone, not to open Siri, but to open other applications or any other shortcuts. So hopefully we do get that one day, because it would be very convenient. You know what else would be very convenient for me? You subscribing to the channel, of course. I would greatly appreciate it, and it would bring you the latest about Apple right to your subscription box, so please consider it. The button is below. We're trying to hit our next milestone of 16,000 subscribers, so join the Saranbyte gang now. Anyways, let's move on to the second rumor, which is the integration with the Vision Pro headset. Apparently, Apple's been testing a new pencil that has visionOS support, and this would allow the pencil to be used with drawing apps on the Vision Pro, such as Freeform and Pixelmator. Now this would be pretty wild, because if the feature does work as intended, you should be able to draw with the pencil on a desk or another flat surface, and the drawing would appear on the headset, and essentially your environment becomes a large canvas, complete with pressure and tilt sensitivity that of course the Apple Pencils always offered. I know this sounds like a gimmick and some might only use this once or twice, but for those who are serious about digital art, I can see this being very beneficial. Of course, you do need money to splurge on the Vision Pro in the first place, but hey, if you're loaded and you're into digital art, you're gonna love this. Of course, this is just a rumor at the end of the day. There's no actual evidence this is coming anytime soon, and I'm assuming Apple's gonna have to release an update for the Vision Pro to support this anyways. But I can see Apple Pencil 3 supporting this, because I think it's pretty clear Apple's trying their best to integrate the Vision Pro into the Apple ecosystem as much as possible. Right now you can already look at a Mac display and it will automatically display those windows on the headset, which is very neat. But we have also heard about the iPhone 16 series gaining a capture button, which not only makes regular video much easier to record, but also you can record spatial video much easier. Apple's also moving the cameras on the base iPhone 16 back to a horizontal layout similar to iPhone 12, and this is likely for spatial video support. So when they're changing this much with the iPhone for the Vision Pro, it makes sense for the Apple Pencil to gain this. Yes, the Vision Pro is very expensive and niche right now and is only available in one country at the time of recording, but obviously Apple has big plans for mixed reality headsets, and eventually the tech will get cheaper and become more accessible. So when that does happen, it would be nice if Apple products already work hand in hand with the headsets. This is something Apple's always been doing with the rest of their products. A big reason why many of us buy multiple Apple products in the first place is because they work so well together. So yes, I'm very excited to see the pencil support this, and also remember there has been a patent I've long discussed regarding a color picker feature where a tiny sensor on the tip of the pencil could be used to extract colors from real life, and so that then can be used in the drawing. And so if we do see visionOS support, I could totally see that also materializing, because you could be walking around and decide, hey, that green leaf from that tree is a nice shade, let me extract that and bring it into my humongous drawing on my headset. This is the future, guys. Now, of course, for those who have no plans to buy the Vision Pro anytime soon, like myself, I do hope the color picker feature still works with iPads, because it would be very neat. But let's now delve into some older rumors regarding the 3rd generation Apple Pencil that may materialize now. The first thing are magnetic tips. Now, this is something I'm pretty indifferent on, because I'm fine with how easily removable the tips are right now. You just have to loosen it and voila, you can replace it if needed. But I also can't deny that magnets are very cool, and so whilst it would be over-engineering at its finest, I could see Apple adding something like this for the new pencil for no reason. They might even call it a MagSafe connection, just so they can throw that buzzword into the marketing. The second leak was a few years ago, and this was very random, but a relatively credible source shared an image of an alleged 3rd generation Apple Pencil with a glossy finish. Now, I don't see this ever happening. The glossy finish was horrific on the 1st gen pencil. Not only does the matte finish on the current gen pencil look much better, but also, of course, it helps with the grip of the pencil. So this likely is a prototype that's never going to see the light of day. The third old rumor I wanted to mention is a black finish. This has been long rumored, and I would love to see this, but unfortunately the chances of this materializing are still pretty low. I know the Magic Keyboard comes in black and white, but if they really wanted to give us a new color for the pencil, they would have introduced a new color with the USB-C pencil, and yet they didn't. Yes, you could argue the 3rd generation pencil might come in black to help it stand out, but honestly, considering we've been begging for Apple to give us new colors with AirPods, and yet we still have nothing, I think Apple Pencil is going to keep the white finish for the foreseeable future. A matte black pencil would be very nice though. I do also want to mention 2 quick final thoughts. One, I wonder how this pencil is going to attach to these new iPads. We know the iPad Air and Pro are gaining the landscape selfie camera the iPad 10 got, but that of course does not support wireless charging. So will there still be a strip in the middle of the higher end iPads for the pencil, or is that going to be shifting to the left or right sides? I'm guessing the strip will have to move ever so slightly. Yes, the USB-C pencil does magnetically attach to the side of the iPad 10, and it's in a centered position, but as I said, it doesn't provide any charging, and the Pencil 3 won't remove wireless charging, so we'll have to see what Apple does. And my final thought is, well, thank God Apple's releasing this. The Apple Pencil lineup is a complete mess right now, with 3 different pencils, and it's really not clear which one people should get. You still have the 1st gen pencil hanging around for some reason, that has an older design but is surprisingly better in some ways than the newer USB-C pencil, and then the Apple Pencil 2 is there, which is clearly the highest end offering, but because it's so old, you can actually find it for around the same price as the USB-C pencil if you shop elsewhere. So yes, this needs to be sorted, and here's hoping once we get the Apple Pencil 3, the 1st gen and the 2nd gen both disappear for good, the 3rd gen maybe gets rebranded as Apple Pencil Pro, and then we just have 2 pencils in the range, the regular and Pro version. How hard is it to have a cohesive stylus range, Apple, huh? Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and thank you for watching.